Hello and good day to Dr. Mohammed. My name is Congtai and my metric number is 201427. So, in accordance with the requirements of the university and under the guidance of the lecturer, I went to the Ecological Environment Bureau of Congtai District during the period of 19th February to 20th August. And I worked in the atmospheric department for my internship. So I will mainly focus on the four contents, which are the introduction of the industry, my task and activities, the reflection, and the final conclusion. So the Ecological Environment Bureau of Congtai District, as an important functional department of the municipal government, the tagline is to build a green ecological environment and share a beautiful and healthy home for everyone. So the main duty, there are many main duties for the industry. Firstly, it's responsible for establishing and improving the basic system of environmental protection. It organizes the preparation of district environmental functional zoning, the formulation of local standards, benchmarks, and also the technical specifications for environmental protection. And secondly, it's responsible for the coordination, supervision, and management of major environmental issues. We investigate and deal with major environmental pollution accidents and ecological damage within the region, and also guide the emergency response and early warnings of major environmental emergencies by the district government. And thirdly, we are responsible for the implementation of the region's emission reduction targets through organize the development of total emission control of major pollutants and sewage licensing system, and also supervise the implementation. We put forward the total control of the region's pollutant names and control target to verification of pollutant emission reduction text to verify the pollutant emission reduction texts are completed. And fourthly, responsible for approving and endorsing the fixed asset investment projects in the field of environment within the planning and annual plan of the whole region, and cooperating with relevant departments to organize, implement, and supervise them. Participate in guiding and promoting the development of circular economy and environmental protection industry in the region. And next, we are responsible for the prevention and control of environmental pollution and environmental damage from sources, commissioned by the city government on major economic and technological policies, we focus on the development planning and major economic development plans for environmental impact assessment. And next, we're also responsible for the supervision and management of environmental pollution prevention and control, formulation of water, air, soil, noise, lead, odor, solid waste, chemicals, and other pollution prevention and management system, and organization and implementation. And next, we guiding, coordinating, and supervising ecological protection through formulation of ecological protecting planning, organization, and assessment of the quality of the ecological environment. We supervise the natural resources development and utilize activities that have an impact on the ecological environment. And moreover, we are responsible for environmental monitoring and information dissemination through formulate environmental monitoring system and norms, organize and implement of environmental quality monitoring and supervisor monitoring of pollution sources. We organize the construction and management of district-level environmental monitoring network and the region's environmental information network to establish and implement the environmental quality bulletin system. And last but not the least, we also organize, guide, and coordinate publicity to educate them on the environmental protection. So this is the organizational chart of the Bureau. I, as an internship student, worked at the atmospheric department. So what did I do in this apartment? So the first, I would like to introduce my objectives in this industry. The first is to understand the practical operations involved in air quality monitoring and management, to apply academic knowledge in environmental science, particularly in air pollution control, to solve the real-world problems, to assist in analyzing pollution data and help in developing recommendations for improving air quality in Congtai district, and also to gain insights into the environmental policies implemented at the local level and evaluate their effectiveness in reducing pollution. So I will mainly focusing on the first activities is the field pollution source supervision. So for this is the most essential part. I participated in a number of field inspections of major pollution sources. So during the on-site inspection of road cleanliness, we found that the construction site had not cleared the construction waste in time, and the bare soil was not covered. So this resulting in serious dust pollution in the area. So in response, I assisted the section staff in urging the construction party to make immediate rectification and requiring them to sprinkle water to dust waste, cover bare soil, and clean up the construction waste on the road. So through this type of field supervision work, I have not only gained an in-depth understanding of the impact of non-industrial sources of pollution, such as the construction and road building on air quality, but also accumulated practical experience in dealing with these problems. And the second main activities is the air quality data monitoring and analysis. So I was responsible for this part on air pollutants, including the particulate matter 2.5, particulate matter 10. I obtained data on these pollutants in real time through the monitoring station and analyzed their trends at different times and in different regions. So for example, in one of the analysis, we found that the concentration of particulate matter 10 around construction sites was significantly higher than that in other areas. So combined with the data analysis and the on-site investigation, we intentionally judged that dust and bare soil from construction were the main sources of pollution. Through this data analysis, I assisted in writing the report, which recommended strengthening dust control measures at constructing sites, such as covering bare soil and sprinkling water to reduce dust. And the third main part is my writing on the technical reports. I also assisted in reports for air quality monitoring. So these reports not only contain data analysis of the industrial emissions, but also pay special attention to the impact of non-industrial sources, such as dust and road debris. So for example, in one technical report, we summarize the impacts of several construction sites on the surrounding air quality. and analyzes the dust problem due to the road construction through monitoring data and the results of on-site inspections. So this report provided an important reference for the atmosphere section to subsequently strengthen dust management in construction areas. The report also recommended increasing the frequency of sprinkler trucks, and the imposing fines and corrective actions on site that fail to cover bare soil. So this type of technical report work has enabled me to master how to combine monitoring data and on-site observation to provide a scientific basis for departmental decision-making. And the fourth main part is that I also have been involved in the environmental publicity and education work. So apart from the data analysis and on-site inspections, I have also assisted in writing several inspections reports detailing the inspection of pollution sources and recommendations for rectifications. So these reports not only serve as the summarize of work within the department, but are also used to communicate improvement measures to relevant enterprises. And in addition, I also assisted in writing publicity articles to educate the public on the hazards of air pollution and the importance of environmental protection policies at important junctures such as the Environment Day. I assisted in organizing a student visit to a waste-to-energy plant to encourage more children to participate in environmental protection initiatives. So through this industrial training, what I have learned from it is that the importance of being careful, concentrated, patient, and responsible for the office work, and the knowledge gaps in writing skills, and committed to the acknowledged personal gaps in knowledge, especially my writing skills. And I also aim to improve through continuous learning from books, leaders, and colleagues. But I also have achieved a lot through this training. Like I gained a deeper understanding of the practical application of knowledge in real-world environmental protection, and contributed to air pollution management by assisting with the data collection, analysis, and reporting, like my earlier section said. And I also improved my technical and communication skills through the participation in environmental publicity and the field inspection works. So I also understand that we are still face a lot of challenges, like the difficulty in ensuring that air quality data can be effectively integrated into local policy formulation and implementation. And the second difficulty is the long-term effectiveness of rectification measures by enterprises and construction sites remains uncertain. And the third is the non-industrial pollution sources like the dust and construction waste are harder to regulate, especially with the ongoing urban expansion. And the last is the public awareness of environmental protection still needs a further improvement. So in corresponding with these challenges, there still have some solutions that we can do. But first, we need to strengthen the interface between data collection and policy making to create more targeted and operational policies. And second is to introduce long-term monitoring, such as the real-time technology to ensure the ongoing compliance with pollution control standards. And the third is to implement a more comprehensive preventive and control measures for the non-industrial pollution sources. And the last is to focus future environmental publicity on encouraging public action and integrating knowledge with more practical behaviors. So in conclusion, through my internship, I gained valuable knowledge and transitioned from a student to a more experienced individual. I broadened my horizons and recognizing my gaps in practical skills. But I also am grateful to my colleagues and leaders, and I aim to continue accumulating experience to prepare for my future career, which is still the environment protection career. Thank you for listening.